So what is inheritance? If a class extends, or you can say inherit, the properties of another class, properties or behavior, right, of another class. Likewise, suppose a class B have some class A have some properties, and class B wants that if any class have same properties, then why class B should write the code for same code, right? So it will inherit that code or inherit that these properties and behavior from class A. So in Java there are three types of inheritance supported. One is the single inheritance, single level. Second one is multi-level, and third one is the hierarchical. There is one more kind of inheritance, multiple, but this is not supported in Java, so this will be not part of us. But this is a very famous interview questions, why multiple inheritance is not supported in Java. So I'll be covering in separate video. I'll be sharing that recording to you guys, but here my agenda will not be to cover this. But why this is not supported? Just because of one reason is the constructor chaining, and second is the ambiguity, or you can say diamond problem, that I will be sharing you in a separate video. But you have knowledge about this because this is a Java feminist interview questions. What is single level inheritance? Suppose there is a class A and class B inherits the properties of class A. So class B is inheriting the property of class A, so this is a single level inheritance. What is multi-level? When class A properties got inherited by class B and class C is extending properties of class B, right? Either there may be one more level, so this is multi-level inheritance. Class B is inheriting properties of class A, C is inheriting B, D is inheriting C, right? What is hierarchical? Suppose there is a class A, right? Class B is inheriting A, class C is also inheriting A, and class D is also inheriting A, right? So what is the difference in this hierarchical and multi-level? Suppose there are three methods present in class A, two methods present in class B, three methods present in class C, and one method is present in class D. So total how many methods will be present in class B? Because class B have its own two methods, and because B is inheriting A, so these three methods will be also coming inside this method. Okay, so total 5 methods, right? So class, okay, Khaja, have you joined the meeting? If Khaja is on meeting, I got the message over the WhatsApp that he is trying to join the meeting. Is he on meeting? Let me check.
No, he joined, just left the meeting.
Okay, so I don't know why he left the meeting. Let me see. People, the meeting timing was. Let's see. Because this is his first class, that's why I want to let him in, but I don't know why he is not joined. I'll ping to him. How do I ping? Okay, so this way we know the inheritance level, right? So okay, so You guys got understand, right? What is the difference between multi-level and hierarchical? Is that the same? Because you can see B is directly inheriting A, C is directly inheriting A, and these are directly inheriting A, right? Okay, I'll accept, but before you join, right? Maybe uh, timing was the something else. Okay, I will first start the session. Okay. Okay, so this is the multi-level inheritance, right? So how many methods will be present in class C? Can anybody tell me? Class C have its own 3 methods, right? And total methods coming from the B are 5. So 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. How many methods will be in class D?
Class C will have 11. 5 plus 3
9.
plus 2.
9.
9.
How, if class A has 3 methods, class B have in hierarchical inheritance 5, in class C have 3, in class D have 1. So how many method will be present in class B? 8.
Then your voice is too low. Be a little bit louder.
Okay, okay. So how many methods will be present in class C? 6. How many in class D? 4. Because many people ask what is the difference, but first then we need to a little bit care about the diagram first, right? So this is the single, multi-level and hierarchical inheritance. Anybody has any doubt in this inheritance? Okay, so I'll be coming back to the Eclipse IDE and show you some code. No, I am starting with the inheritance, then I will be covering that, right? So overriding is the part of that inheritance, right? No, 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 no. Why you are going to those topics first? Just be on top. Yeah, yeah. Put your doubt over here. Right. First understand that first you should have knowledge about the inheritance, right? Then then I will be covering those part. How can you restrict this variable? How can you use the final? How can you use the private? Directly, if I will be giving that you cannot inherit it and we don't know the what is the inheritance, what are the mean of it, right? So first be on topic, and whatever I am covering first come on that. I will covering everything related to do that, don't worry. Here inheritance, so here I'll make a package oops, right? Okay, why it's not allowing me to make this package already exists. Okay, maybe here package is already present. Okay, present. Okay, so here I will make a class inheritance, or let me make a package for inheritance as well. Inheritance, and please mute yourself, guys. Please keep your on yourself on mute. Sudhir, you have to put you on mute. I will take here single inheritance, right? Class A, suppose I will take class A. Suppose class A have method A. yeah, you can say m1, so this will be more clear for understand. And another method, suppose this is say a single method present in class A. Here method m1 in class A, right? Now I'll make another class inside this inheritance package, and this class inherits this class B. Class B inherits class A, right? Void m2. This method is present in class B. And I'll print the message over here. Method m2 in class B, right? So class B is inheriting class A, so method m1 is surely coming to this class m2, sorry, class B, right? So class B is inheriting class A, so whatever properties are present in class A will be directly coming to class B because class B is inheriting class A. Now I will make the object of class B, right? So here I will give B main, B object equal to new B. Now who is this? Now I will call the method m1 and m2. Okay, so you can see method m2 is not m1 is not present inside class B. I have made the object of class B, so all the methods in present in class B I can call them, right? But here you can't see that method m1 present, still are you able to call this m1 method. Why? Because you have inherited this class A which has method A. So if you have inherited this class A, so it means all the methods coming over here, right? Whatever methods will be present in class A will be directly coming to class B through inheritance, right? So you are able to call, suppose I make this method, I command this method, right? Not you are not able to call this method because it will say that the method m1 is undefined for type B, right? Still not present, but if I will comment in class A, this means this method will be coming to class B just because of inheritance. Okay, so this is single level inheritance, right? Now I'll be coming to multi-level inheritance. So here I will make another class C, and class C have method m3. Sys out method m3. Okay, now I will make the object of this C, right? C. Now C is not able to call m1 and m2 because m1 and m2 not present in class C. But if you write here extends B, so you will be able to call this m1 and m2 method. Still B doesn't have the m1 method, but A have that m1 method, so B is inherited A, right? So m1 is and m2 both are present in A, right? And C has inherited B, and B have m1 and m2 through inheritance, right? So total 3 methods are there, and all these 3 methods I can call because this I have applied the multi-level inheritance over here, right? So this is the multi-level inheritance. And what if I want to apply hierarchical? Here in class C I have to write this A. So now I am not able to call M2 method because M2 is not present in class C, right? And I have made the object of class C, so I will be able to call this method M3, and I have extended the class A which has method M1, so I will be able to call M1 and M3 only. And if I will apply multi-level inheritance, so here over this C I will call B. So B has M1 and M2 and C has M3, so I will be able to call all. So does it make sense what is the difference between multi-level and hierarchical, everybody? Everybody got to understand what is inheritance?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the single level, multi-level and hierarchical inheritance, right? So I will make this M1 is, I will make this B, right? So this error will be gone. Okay, now I'll be coming to what is the overloading. First I will start with overloading. No, just leave it, because super constructor chaining I have not covered. Let me come to that, right? You guys know every class has constructor, right? Class A have constructor. Yeah, default constructor. Let me write over here sys out default constructor, and here A, int A. This is parameterized constructor, right? Now your mind and practice will be checked, whatever you have seen in last session of constructor chaining. Sys out, let me open the light. Okay, so here you can see that integer param with one integer param constructor called, right? Now what I will do, I will extend A, right? Here I'll make a what I can say, just leave this class B first and leave this class C. I will have only class A and C. Okay, so class C, let me open class C. Class, where is that? C. Okay, so class C, and this one constructor inside class A, just remove, just because I am breaking the chain, right? Here C and A are two classes, right? C and A are two classes, just forgot about the B, class B. Now this is the default constructor for the class C, right? Here just write default. First just see what I am doing, then I will be explaining it in bit, right? Default constructor of class C. Now here I will make another constructor like C string A. Sys out string param constructor of class B, right? Here just forget it, I will make the object for class C. Now what is happening, there is a class A, okay, there is a class A and class C, class A and class C, and this is the main class for both. Class A have two constructors. One is the default constructor and one is the parameterized constructor. Class C has two constructors. One is the default constructor, one is the parameterized constructor. What for what class I am making the object? Class C. Okay. So I am making object for class C. So what it's calling? Default constructor of class C, right? So it will be going here, default constructor, and either you write it or not write it. This code is hidden in every constructor. Either that constructor is the default or that you have manually defined the parameterized constructor. You write it this super keyword or not write it. This code is hidden. There are some tools which will help you to let you know how to see this hidden code, but that's not part. You can see this code is written inside every constructor. If you are inheriting that class, if you are performing the inheritance inside this class, you are performing the inheritance, right? So inside this class there will be super written, right? Inside this also written, but you can see there is no inheritance. So why are you saying that this is written? Just because every class extends the object class, that is the main root class of any class. So by default Java is provides you inheritance, right? But this is not your part, just remove it, right? Just explore Java will let you know. But first, this code is written inside every class, inside every constructor. Suppose here also super is written, right? Here also super is by default written. How can you override this? Sometimes you have to by use the need of usage you write this one. So this will override this super method, and this method both should be first line of statement. It means then either you can have this super method or you can have this method. You cannot have both of these methods, right? What this method means? This method means call inside this class, right? Search out the constructor inside this class. So what constructor this method will find? Same this constructor with the no parameters default constructor. If you write this super, if you not write this is defaultly written. You write it or not write it inside your code. So this will be calling, it's a super class default constructor. That's the basic difference, just name itself says. So suppose I write here super and just remove it. Suppose I write here super and from here I am calling the, I am passing the string, right? So I am making object for class C. So it will call the constructor inside class C which have one string parameter. It will coming whole here, just because this is the constructor which have class which has one string parameter, right? Now super is written over here, right? So it means call a constructor of its a super class which have no parameter. It will directly go on here. Here you can see super is written, but it is not going to that object class super. Just remove it. Just see over here, if there is written like object you can go for that, but if not there is not inheritance inside class, so it will print this one, right? So it will print one integer param constructor called, and then it will be coming back to this super, right? This super, and after this super is was called, and this will print string param constructor of class B, right? First, before that it went to here one integer param constructor of class A, and then one string param constructor. This will be your output. Default constructor. Wait. Oh, okay. Why default constructor was called? What method I written over here? Okay. So this will be our output, just because here inside this super I have not passed any parameter, right? that's why it's a calling default of it. I was suggesting you guys have to intervene between, right, in between that why it will call this, because it has a parameter, and this super is calling the default constructor because no parameter present, right? So if I am taking some wrong type, so you can say that. Okay, I will be explaining again. Just come to first last class what I have said. Last class I have explained. Just follow from the when you are making the object. Just come here, you can see that I am making the object for class C, and this one is the constructor, right, and passing one parameter as a string. So it will try to search the constructor which have one string parameter, it of class C. So it will search a parameter which has a constructor which have one parameter as a strings, right? So this one is the constructor which has one parameter as a string. What this super means? Called super class constructor, right? Super class constructor. And which constructor inside super class? Just look at the how many parameters present. No parameter present means default constructor, right? Default is the only constructor which doesn't have any parameter, and not in the same class, inside super class, right? So just because it's extending class A, so which one is the super class for class C? Class A. Just go to the class A, and here you are passing no parameter, so this constructor will be called. If I were passing 5 over here, if I was passing 5 over here, so it was calling this super constructor with one integer parameter, right, because 5 is the integer. Now if I again run it, so it will give me the one integer param and then super constructor.
So when that one, like you just mentioned, can you go to the class?
One second, why it's not coming? Okay, class C. Okay,
So in class C now, you have written and pass super as 5. So
okay.
it will call the super class of that. But instead of that, I pass it 2 parameters like 5, comma 6. So it should throw me an error because super class didn't have the constructor of the 2
Yeah,
parameters.
of course, this will throw you an error. This is throwing an error, right? Of course, if you will not.
I want to cross check.
Okay, no
I
worries.
So
confirm.
then super and these are same.
No. Why super and this are same? This means search the constructor inside same class, and super means search the constructor in its parent class. And how will you know which one is the parent class? Whichever class you are extended, that is the parent, and which class is extending is the child, right? If I will look at here, actually I already want to explain it, but if you have asked, then let me explain it. Suppose I write this over here. Now can anybody let me know what will the output? Anybody?
I think the first constructor will be called
First, now tell me.
default.
Default.
I think default constructor and then string parameters.
What will, which class default constructor? A or
Same class. Same.
okay, but and then what will the output?
When we'll call that, first it will go to the default constructor using this one.
No. Amrita, just give me the output so I can understand if you are getting right or not. Give me the just
First will be sys out of line number 8 and then the default constructor.
this one.
Second,
No,
yeah,
wrong. I have said this default it's written inside every constructor. I have said or not? Now it will be going to the default class. If I have overridden this, right, with this super with this, but otherwise there is a default written over here, right? Suppose I am calling this one. Let's remove it, right? I have removed this. Now I will be removing this. If this is not written by default, then it should not call this constructor default constructor of class A. This should not be the message, right? Because I am calling the default constructor of class C. If the super is not written by default, then it should not give me the output of this, right? First, if this is written, then it should come first here. Just because I am calling class C default constructor, it should just give me this output, right? But it will be going here and printing this first, and then it will coming back and printing next nylon code. Let's see the output. Default constructor of class A, default constructor of class C. I have just called the class C constructor, right? And here you can see class default constructor of class C. Before that, this default constructor of class A is the output, just because this super is written by default. If I will again run it, there will be nothing difference in our output. But this is not written by default. This method is not written by default. If you want to write it, you can write it, and this will search inside same class, and super will be searching inside parent class. Does it make any sense or not?
So this works same as like we want to assign any value to local variable from class variable, right?
Can you explain again? Can you say something?
So if we have one class variable and if we have local variable, right? So how we pass parameter
Yeah,
into our class.
yeah. But
So same with this
yeah,
class.
what's your name first? First, tell me your name. I'm seeing the Google G.
It's
Okay, okay, Sikhar. I can understand, Sikhar, but if I'll be explaining over here, don't mind. So people will be confused. Just let them have some knowledge about the super and this first, right? Then I will be
yeah.
coming to this.
So you are saying like I believe this is right. So what you are saying is we have default constructor hidden in each and every class because every class extends object class, right? So
Yeah.
just like same, we have super method as well, which is hidden, right? In each and every super, right?
Okay, right. But this is not by default written, right? If you want to manually write it, then you can write it, right? So for your reference, just let me attach a line to you that this means the current class, right? Current object, right? But the super means super object, right? Super class object. So if you want to use super class variable, so just use the super dot variable name, right? But that's not the part of the agenda for today, right? I will be coming to those, don't worry about anything. So if I'll be explaining here, so people will be confused. So okay, so now I want to check with the Google G. Sikhar. Now what will be the output? Suppose I give 5 over here. Suppose I'm writing abhi this.
I guess you can.
Wait. Now guess. Now Sikhar, tell me the output.
Yeah. Okay. So this will call the parameterized constructor of class string. Can you go in class A? First, this will call this one integer parameter constructor. So what?
Output. Give me the output in flow,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. So first row 13 will be printed. Okay.
Okay.
Second can you go in class C? Yeah. So second would be my row number 14.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else?
I'll try do my thing.
Okay, okay, try. It's
Like,
enough.
so if you start from class C, then it will come to here. But as you mentioned before doing anything in this C, first you will go to default, right? You mentioned. I think first you will call the super constructor, that a default constructor of A, then you will do that it is in default A, then default C, then it will go to super and this
No, no,
value
no,
will
no, no, no. Give me the output, just like the Shikhar said. Give me the output so I can refer it. Otherwise, A or B. I am confused. So,
so default constructor of class A, then default constructor of class C will be called, and after that I think the super fab which will go to class A. Don't know the what is it
no,
about that.
no,
Hmm?
no, right, wrong. Thanks for trying. At least you are guys are trying. And Nabarsu, can you try? Can you try,
Yeah,
sir?
yes, sir. Yes, Vaman. Can you? Yeah, first it will go to the C class, I mean Java class. Okay. Then it will call the string A, but the output is super 5 first 5 super 5. Then it will extend to class A. So it will display the default constructor of class A because of we are using this keyword. So it will display the first default constructor of class A. Then one integer parameter constructor called. Then default constructor of class C. Then
Why,
the string.
why, why default constructor of class C? You are right. You are right. Before that, default constructor of class C. But
Okay, okay, okay. It's string parameter constructor of class B. Only three output
yeah,
only will display.
yeah. But I want to understand why this will be called. Why this misconception over here?
Yeah, yeah. Misunderstand this. I thought the super 5 means.
No, no, no. If it will come inside this constructor, then it will call, right? If it will not come inside this constructor, why it will call that? Whatever code is written doesn't matter if it's not coming here,
Yes, correct.
right? So okay, so excellent, Anabarsu, and thanks for trying, everybody. But
Okay, okay.
let me explain again so that misconception will be gone. Guys, you can see that I have made the object of class C, right? And one string parameter I have passed. So don't think don't assume anything and don't think too much. Just go to the constructor inside class C which have one integer parameter. I'll be coming here. Follow the rules only. Here what's written? Super 5. Super means it will go to this parents class. Now try to find out which one is the parent class. Come here and see, it's extending A. So A is the parent class for this class, right? Now it is calling its parent class constructor which has one integer parameter, because 5 is the integer value. It will go to the class A. Now here it will see this method. So what this method means, the call constructor inside same class. This is the difference between super and this. Call the constructor inside same class which has no parameter. And which one is that constructor? This constructor doesn't have any parameter. That's why it's coming over here and printing the default constructor of class A, right? This is the rule of this method, right? Now it will coming back to here, because the way it will go, the way it will be getting back, right? So it is coming here back, and it will print one integer param constructor called in that. Where it came from? It was came from this super, right? This string. So it will print this after that. If I have written this over here, right, and I have written 5 over here, so then it was going to call, right? Otherwise why it is going to that method, right? I have written super 5. Just because I have written super over here, you guys got confused that it means that it will be going here. No, it will follow the rules of the Java. It will not follow the assumptions that we make, right? If I will run this, default constructor of class A, string param constructor of class B, right? First it came here, default constructor of class A, sorry, of class A, and string param constructor of class B. and here I have passed this. Why this was not? I have not passed the 5 over here. Okay, I have not passed the
Correct.
5. Yeah, you guys can understand. Still, I have not got the right output, but I was confident that because I follow, I know that the rules. If I know, then I can know that, right? So you can understand by
But
this.
then one thing,
Okay,
uh, so whenever we can go to the
okay,
class,
okay, okay, okay. Class C.
so whenever we call super, then default constructor is not called of the same class, right?
Can you explain it? I so I can make it
No,
clear.
actually, I'm trying to understand like if we write a super,
Okay.
then default constructor that is C without parameters is not called, right? But if we write this at that time only it will be called.
Example. Can you give me example so I can make it clear?
Like I've just mistaken like telling you the answer whenever you have asked me, now you have asked this question. For the super, I told like default constructor of class C will be printed. You say it is wrong because in super it will not reach to default constructor.
It will reach to default constructor if I am passing this super, but it's inside its parent class, not inside the same class. For if I want to call same default constructor of same class, use this, not super, right?
So while super we call, then it will never go to that like C string A is the parameter constructor of class C,
Okay,
and in class C another we have defined default mode also, like we have printed something like that.
okay.
So whenever in parameterized constructor if we call super, means it will directly go to class A and it will never come to the default constructor of
No,
class C.
it will never come back. Why it will come? If I want to call, just use like this, right? If I want to call, just use like this, it will going to that class. And now what will the output? Amrita, can you explain now what will be the output? I will be
Now
removing
it
this
will
super.
come.
I will remove this super.
So by default, super is always present. You see it in default constructor.
Okay.
So it will go to first class A default constructor, that is default constructor of class A, and then it will print default constructor of class C.
Okay. Now if you want to ask, you can ask me why it didn't went to this parameterized constructor.
Because I have not touched parameter.
Yeah, so whatever code you want to use, you can use it, right? That just don't use the rules, that the way it will going to that place, it will same the way it will follow to coming back, right? So if there is no such use of class C constructor, default constructor, why I will use that, right? So that this is just a chaining part that I am covering. Don't assume anything, okay? So at least you learned this thing. I am very happy for that. Okay, now I will take another example for this. Suppose I make this super. Here I will make int c, int a, sys out. And here I will pass this. Okay, now I'll check with Who else want to try? I want to check with Sudhir if he can answer me what will the output now. I'll show the screens if you'll see. Sudhir,
Where is that show me speed of Java? But this will print int param constructor.
no. Anybody else want to try? Bilal, Bilal, do you want to try? Sudhir, please put yourself on mute. Yeah, Raju, you want to try? Okay, okay,
Actually, first of all, it is Java program implementation starts from main method.
okay,
First main method will execute.
okay.
Then we declare the object for the class. Then the constructor is parameterized constructor. So we are here passing integer type. After that, it goes to C class. In this C class, super is declared. Super constructor is parameterized constructor is super. So super constructor is the extend AI. So it will go to A class. In that A class, one constructor, default constructor of class A will print. Okay.
Mm.
After that, into A of y. Here A. So A here also not yet we pass the type. This one integer param constructor pass. After that here param constructor is C will print. That's it.
It will print three outputs, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, sure.
Anybody else want to try?
Understand.
No, 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 no. You are wrong, sir.
No, I think it's print all the five.
Yeah, number so right. It will print all the how it will print all. It first it will call this parameterized constructor of integer of class C. It will be coming here, right? It came here. Now it's find that this it will find a constructor inside same class because of this, right, which have one integer one string parameter, right? So it will be coming here. What here it's find call the constructor inside same class which is which don't have any parameter. So this is one of the constructor which don't have any parameter. Now it came here and it finds super 5 calls the constructor of this super class which has one integer parameter. It went here and it came here and it find that this method. So it seen that call the constructor inside same class which has one sorry, which don't have any parameter. So it will come here and it will print default constructor of class A, one integer param constructor called, right? Then it will be coming to place where it came from. So it was came from here, default constructor of class C. After that, string param constructor of class B and integer param constructor of whatever the message is written, right? So it will print all of this in a chain. You can see just because of this I have made this chain. if you are able to understand, if you are able to practice it, so it's good. Otherwise it has many usage inside your Selenium, right? So you should have better knowledge of it. Likewise, if first I have completed this method, then once I have completed the inheritance, I came to super method, right? And then I am coming to your overloading and overriding part. So if I will be restricting some data to coming to that overloading overriding, then you can see that. Everybody is clear with this concept or not? Everybody? Okay. So today what I have covered, okay, so today I have covered single level inheritance, multi level inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance, right? Then I have covered constructor chaining with superclass, right? This data with the end of this week you will able to find in this block. So let me show, you all have not joined. So why I will write important topics, I will write over here. You can, there you will find some what I can say, you just have to log in with your username and password, and you will find a quiz, right? So if you find the quiz, just attempt that quiz. If you are able to solve all the queries, all the answers you find right, so it means you have learned that concept well, right? Let me see how can I organize this quiz. This, here you will find the interview questions, right? I will be posting, just follow this. So next, upcoming new batches for your friends, if you want to suggest me. So these are the some new batches. So I'll ping this URL. If you want to browse some interview questions and this, you can do that. Otherwise many websites available, you can follow those as well. So here you will find relevant, basically interview purpose site I have made. So this is basically for interview purpose, so you can focus it on your interview after this course, right? So every URL that you, suppose you are attending to this training, so YouTube URL will be able to find in this section, right, in this website. So what related to topics and URLs you will find over here, but it will take some time. So this was the agenda for today. Overloading and overriding and polymorphism I am going to cover tomorrow, and then I am coming to that static methods, right? So likewise what Shikhar said, that what if I can declare this static variable, right? What, how can I restrict something to coming to the parent class? Suppose I don't want the m1 method to come to class B, so how can I restrict that to do it, right? Still I will perform inheritance, but I can restrict that. So there are some keywords like private and final methods. What is the difference between final and private, you will be able to learn, and you will be able to find all those interview. As I promised, there will be 50 plus assignments, so I have already given the, you can say 7 to 8 assignments, but still people are not completing that. So we have not completed the Java part. You will be having 20 plus assignments with Java only, right? You will able to complete, then you will not face any problem in Selenium. So anybody has any questions related to these topics?
No.
Okay. One thing I want to say to all, if you are going through with these topics, please complete the assignments, and tomorrow we'll have the doubt session with Sumit, right? So whosoever again facing the problems can ask his doubts tomorrow, right? Same timing, your batch timing 6:30 to 7:30, right, will be there. So you can ask those doubts, right? And Thursday and Friday I will be completing this OOPS concept, right? So this week we'll be completing with the OOPS concept, and some new assignments I and Sumit has made. Like we really worked hard this week, and we have some beautiful assignments. The theoretical, there are some requirements that you have to fulfill by your coding, so you'll be going to get that. If you're able to complete that, you will be master in Java. As per Selenium requirements, no one is master in Java, right? And one more thing, I have covered the single dimension array, right? 2D array, I will share you a recording, you can follow that, right? So 2D array you can cover that, otherwise I will be covering when I will need that, right? So this was for my side today. Also thank you for attending today's session, and will be and everybody please join on time, right? I have seen some people not joining on time. So
Thank you, Vandan.
okay.
Vandan, you have not shared the constructor video yet.
Okay, I'll share. Yesterday my laptop was, you guys were right with me, right? So yesterday was laptop was struggling. I will upload that. Okay,
Thank
okay,
you.
okay. Thank you.